What just happened between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia? Welcome back to Future Scope News. I'm David, in a move that's sending ripples across the Middle East and South Asia. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have just signed a major new strategic mutual defense pact. This isn't just another handshake agreement. It's a formalization of a decades-old alliance at a critically tense time. So what's actually in this pact? Why is it happening now? And what does it mean for the balance of power from the Gulf to the Indian subcontinent? Stick with us, we're breaking it all down. Let's start with the basics. Last week, in the holy city of Makkah, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif oversaw the signing of this new agreement. The official language calls it a bid to strengthen defense and security cooperation. But to understand why this is a big deal, you have to understand the history. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan are not new friends. This is a relationship forged in the Cold War for decades. Saudi Arabia has been an economic lifeline for Pakistan, providing billions in aid and cheap oil during tough times. In return, Pakistan has been a source of military muscle for the kingdom. Pakistani soldiers, pilots, and military advisors have served in Saudi Arabia for years. It's been a symbiotic relationship. Saudi money for Pakistani security. However, their bond was tested in 2015. When Saudi Arabia went to war in Yemen, it asked for Pakistan's direct military support. In a surprising move, Pakistan's parliament said no, it was a delicate moment.
Therefore, Pakistan will not send troops to Yemen.
So, this new pact signals that both sides have moved past that hesitation and are ready to take the alliance to a new, more formal level. The geopolitical chessboard, why now? So, the million-dollar question, why formalize this alliance? The answer lies in the current, incredibly volatile geopolitical landscape. First, look at the Middle East. The war in Gaza is raging. Houthi rebels in Yemen are still launching drones and missiles, some of which have been intercepted by Pakistani pilots serving in the Saudi Air Force, and looming over it all is Iran. For Saudi Arabia, building a reliable coalition to counter these threats is a top priority. This pact with Pakistan is a cornerstone of that strategy. Second, this is part of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's broader vision. It's diversifying Saudi Arabia's security portfolio. While the U.S. is still a key partner, MBS is not putting all his eggs in one basket. He's building partnerships with China, and now solidifying the one with Pakistan. And for Pakistan? This is a strategic masterstroke. The country is in the midst of a severe economic crisis. This pact locks in support from its wealthiest ally and could unlock the billions in Saudi investment that Pakistan desperately needs. It also gives Pakistan immense geopolitical clout, solidifying its position as a key player in the Muslim world. Implications and reactions. A pact like this doesn't happen in a vacuum. The world is watching, and reactions are mixed. Let's start with Iran. Tehran will see this as a direct challenge. A formal military alliance between its regional rival and a powerful neighbor to the east is a nightmare scenario. This could push Iran closer to its own partners, like Russia and China, escalating a regional Cold War. Next, India. You can bet officials in New Delhi are deeply concerned. India has worked hard to build its own relationship with Saudi Arabia, but at its core, a militarily stronger Pakistan, backed by Saudi wealth, is India's primary security concern. This pact complicates India's diplomatic tightrope walk in the region. And what about the United States? Washington's reaction is complex. On one hand, a stable Saudi Arabia is good for U.S. interests. On the other, the U.S. prefers to be the primary security guarantor in the Gulf. This pact is a sign that regional powers are taking matters into their own hands, which slightly diminishes U.S. influence. Finally, China probably quietly pleased. Beijing has deep ties with both countries through its Belt and Road Initiative. A stable Saudi-Pakistani axis aligns perfectly with China's economic and strategic goals, creating a powerful bloc that is not solely dependent on the West. Conclusion and looking ahead, so where does this leave us? This Saudi-Pakistan Defense Pact is more than just a piece of paper. It's a signal that the old order in the Middle East is shifting. Nations are forming new, more self-reliant security architectures. It strengthens both Riyadh and Islamabad immeasurably, but it also raises the stakes. It draws clearer battle lines with Iran and puts Other regional players, like India and Israel, on alert. The key thing to watch now is implementation. Will we see more joint military bases? Will Pakistani troops take on a more direct role in Saudi security? And how will Iran respond? One thing is for sure, the geopolitical map of the region just got redrawn. That's all we have for today. What are your thoughts on this new alliance? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that like button and subscribe for more analysis on the stories that shape our world. Thanks for watching. I'm David. Until next time.